alert. Proceed with caution. Major reveals ahead. This episode contains spoilers for movies and possible TV shows. So if you haven't caught up yet, hit pause and come back when you're ready. Otherwise, strap in. We're about to unpack everything. Enjoy.
Lights go down, the screen comes alive. Got my ticket ready for the ride. Is it a hit or is it just a mess? We're breaking it down, seal it with a diss or a kiss. From the silver screen to the TV guide, nowhere left for bad script to hide. Turn it on, turn it up. Let's start the show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of The Real Movie Critics. Real reviews by real fans. Let's try this again, shall we, gentlemen? Hopefully, Psycho Nerd's camera doesn't decide it wants to go on vacation on a Sunday and get Whataburger. Although
Yeah,
it
that sounds
can't
good
get a
right
Bob. It's after 12. But again, do not adjust your sets. Lord Scuba Cover is back in the studio. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
And of course, the Psycho Nerd, repeat movie viewer, total dipshit asshole, fucktard, the Psycho Nerd. Yeah, huh? Now, full disclosure, and Scuba and I were talking about this while Psycho's camera was being weird. We sat in the same row in the theater yesterday for this movie, but we did not sit next to each other because, you look like Mac. You look like Mac when you do that. Actually, you look like a Planet of the Apes, the original Planet of the Apes monkey. Cornelius.
It looks like the Tin Man when they're putting oil on his mouth.
Or
My goodness.
Mac yesterday when they were putting warm water on his syrup-covered body.
Mm.
Put gravy on me, you dirty old man, you. But yeah, all three of us are in the house for Super Troopers 3, which is the movie this week. And I'm going to say I'm a little annoyed. The dude to my left it was happy hour at 1 o'clock, apparently, because this dude was fucking belligerent, wanting to talk. That's the one thing I hate about my personality is people just want to fucking talk. And I'm like, I don't want to talk. Fuck off. People just want to talk to me. I don't know why. I don't get it. But
Makes you feel any better? I don't know either.
Yeah. It's fucking mind-boggling. Why the fuck would anybody want to talk to you? I don't even want to talk to you.
Wow.
And I know you.
What a bunch of douchebags. Wow. But y'all are my douchebags. So that's what makes it better. Anywho, again, the movie this week. And again, as you saw in the beginning of the show, there will be spoilers. So you have been warned as we jump into Super Troopers 3. Premiered over the weekend, August 7th, 2026. Shit. Directed by, say his name again?
Jay Chandrasekhar.
Chandrasekhar. I will fuck that up, but that's okay. Written by the Broken Lizard Group. Budget is unknown. The budget has been, I guess, G4 classified for some fucking reason. I do not know why.
Couldn't find one on my end either.
Yeah, weird. But opening weekend projected, since it's still opening weekend for the movie, is sitting at $4 million. That's kind of low. I would think it'd be higher. But then again, my own personal opinion, I think Super Troopers 2 maybe left a sour taste in some people's mouths because it wasn't as good as the first. But then again, nothing will ever be as good as the first. The first one is classic.
Except for Terminator 2.
Well, I'm talking about in this particular sets of movies.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
The first one is the best out of all of them. All right, starring Jay Chandrasekhar as, I know I said it wrong, that's okay, as Thorny, Kevin Heffernan returning as Farva, Steve Lemmy as Mac, that's probably French, Paul Satur, they all have weird fucking names. Assholes.
They're fucking Canadian, bro.
They're all Canadian? Are you serious? Wow, I did not know that. That's Foster, Eric Stahl. Fuck, how do you say his name? Eric Stahlhaski? Yeah, we'll just go with that. As Rabbit, Nat Fixon as the new captain, Andrew Demukes as Coy, the new rookie, Brian Cox returning again as the old captain, and of course, Marissa Coughlan returning as Ursula. Can we say that Ursula still looks pretty damn good?
Love you, Ursula.
Love you, Ursula. No, the
It's my
fucking
car.
inflatable doll.
It's my
It's even
girl.
got your name on it. All right, I'm going to pass the torch over to Mr. Psycho. He's got a couple of fun facts and cameos for Super Troopers 3.
Yeah, not much going on with this one being a new movie, which is a bummer, but you know what? You do what you can with what you got. The original working title on the movie was going to be Super Troopers 3 Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier. So I'm like, okay, all right. That's kind of funny. And the first trailer for the film was purposely released on April 20th, that being 420 for all you kiddies out there. No, nothing?
No, I got nothing.
420?
I know what it means.
Nothing?
I'm just not acknowledging what you're saying.
You're not acknowledging it. Okay, fine. And we get one cameo in the movie, and that's being Linda Carter, which means that she has shown up for all 3 of the films in some capacity or another. So big ups to her, and damn it, she still looks good.
As Lord Scuba Copper would say, damn, Linda Carter's still fucking fine.
Well, and like I said, there was one more cameo, and I know you boys don't know who he is, but he is a comedian, and that is Trevor Wallace.
He said he played the owner of the truck stop halfway through the movie.
I don't know if it was a truck stop or a store or whatever, because I didn't see any gas pumps out there. So it looks like it was just like it was literally a blowjob shop. It was a blowjob shop.
I'm gonna go talk about that blowjob now.
Yeah, he's a stand-up comedian. He is an actor and an internet comedy creator. He actually got to start making Vine videos. Nothing really like pertinent unless you're on like that side of fucking TikTok or Facebook Reels or anything like that.
No, not really.
Which I am for whatever fucking reason.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, at least one of us is. Well, we pick up, the movie starts with Thorny talking to his sister who's coming in town for some sort of lecture because she's a scientist.
She's like a scientist. She's like a
biologist
or something. Yeah, biologist.
But, you got her on the phone and she's like, you should hook me up with one of your single friends. And he's like, that's not going to happen because he knows the crowd he runs with. And
yeah,
I asked this question to Psycho yesterday and I want to ask this to you now, Scuba. Why is it in 20 years, Thorny has been a lieutenant for 20 fucking years? Why could he not get captain?
He probably doesn't want it. Would you want it?
Yeah,
you got to think about it this way, man. Look at the way the guys are, the way they act. Do you honestly think putting one of them in a power position would just mess up the dynamic of that they have together?
See,
because then Thorny would have to take everything serious, and
But then again, in this movie, he did kind of take everything serious because he just had one goal, and that was to prevent Farva from marrying his sister.
Exactly, but that's different. That's a family goal. That's not a job goal. At his job, he gets to do what he wants and have fun doing it with his friends. It's different when you put the family aspect in it because now you're the protective older brother.
Well, it would have added an interesting little bit of conflict if he was trying to be the guy in charge and they're all screwing around, and it would have made for some fun situations, I think. Plus, maybe Thorny would have been a better choice than this new captain we got because personally, I didn't like him. I thought he was too awkward. I didn't think he was all that funny.
That was the point. I think that was kind of the point. Like, he was supposed to be awkward. He wasn't supposed to fit the way, our O'Hagan did, because whether or not O'Hagan was the hard ass that he was on them, you knew he was part of the core group. So essentially the captain is a rookie as well to them because, now you're bringing an outsider into this dynamic that they've had for fucking years now at this point.
And you see that in the first one too, when they figure out they're going to get fired, the captain goes with them in the Spearberry fucking cruiser. And they're fucking around. They're pulling people over. He's pissing on the side of the vehicle. He's going to O'Grady's house to go fuck him up, and he's just being one of the guys again. And he even makes the comment.
The funniest line in that whole scene is when fucking Foster's talking to fucking Ursula, and fucking O'Hagan comes. He's like, Ursula, I'm naked.
Don't you talk to me in that boyfriend voice? But some douchebag runs his sister off the road. And
okay, hold on. Pause.
Okay,
pause. This is 5 minutes into the movie. If that, 7 minutes maybe. I'm giving it 7 minutes tops. Okay, I already knew.
Oh yeah, so did I. I knew
right off the bat. Obvious. Like it. If anybody was surprised by who ran her off the road, you're fucking oblivious.
It's not the fact that he did it. It was how and why. Like, what was the reason for her being run off the road? And it's such a funny, disgusting thing that he did. Who the fuck dips a hot dog into a Dr. Pepper? That should be a crime.
So spoiler alert here. And 3, 2, 1. Farva is the one who runs the sister off the road, but he is magically there in time. The car's about to catch fire. She's on the phone with Thorny, and he's like, get out of the car. It's about to, it's on fire. Then all of a sudden, you see this shadow, this silhouette pull her out of the vehicle, and it's fucking Farva. And immediately she is enamored with Farva because he just saved her life. Now, I was completely unaware that this movie was called Super Troopers 3, Farva's Wedding.
No,
they had not announced that was the title for the film until the movie starts, and this is Super Troopers 3, Farva's Wedding. I was like, what the fuck? Okay. Like, I knew what it was going to be from the trailer. You know what I mean? But I didn't know it was going to have that subtitle to Super Troopers.
Yeah. It's like what or not the New Avengers, but that Marvel movie that came out recently where they didn't release the actual name of the movie until the end, until it came out. It was called The New Avengers. Yeah.
Huh.
But they're planning a wedding. We initially see them at the wedding dancing around, and you see Mac and Foster. No, I'm sorry. It's Mac and Foster going, man, how the hell did we get here?
And then flashback
2 months later or 2 months ago. And then all this shit. And of course, Thorny is totally against it because Farva is just
Farva's Farva.
He's Farva.
Yeah. It's fucking Farva. Would you want Farva marrying a sister if you guys had one?
No, I don't even have
That's like Chris over here fucking marrying one of my sisters. Like, fuck no, I don't want Farva marrying my sister.
What the fuck?
Well, at least he's upfront and honest about it.
Wow. That's mean, but justified.
I mean, yeah.
Are you making fun of me right now? Is that what you're doing?
I have been doing it the whole time.
We're all making fun of you.
You're just, man, I'm taking advantage of the wireless mics, and it actually sounds better when I'm done editing. So fuck off.
Oh, what? So you both have wireless mics?
I do, but I don't have anything in mind right now. But I do have the wireless mics.
Yeah. Anywho, we get introduced to the new captain, who again is just fucking awkward, very
racist,
awkward,
and racist.
Apparently racist. Yeah.
Very,
but not racist in a
mean
evil
way.
Kind of way. He's just kind of like that naive, like he's so respectful that it comes off racist. You know what I mean? Like he's so into other cultures that it just comes off fucking racist. And I love the way fucking Mac fucking fucks with him. Is Mac and Foster, right? They both fuck with him and tell him that he gave like this racist fucking speech and.
But it got him laid though.
Well, it's gonna get him laid.
In a matter of speaking, yeah.
Yeah. That was that's pretty fucking funny.
Imagine being Thorny in that situation. Farva is now blasting loads in your sister, and your captain is gonna bang your mom.
Damn. He better get a promotion at that point. That's all I'm saying. We also get introduced to the rookie Koi, who Rabbit is having a hard time because he's been the new guy forever. I guess they didn't get anybody new in this fucking area for so long that Koi was getting all the attention. So Rabbit's kind of like, And of course, the younger guy is, of course, this generation. So he talks about TikTok and I'm going to order coffee out this app. And
oh my God, the coffee thing was funny.
Coffee tastes so much better when you don't make it yourself.
Dude, that scene fucking had me laughing because Rabbit's getting all jealous and shit because, of course, like you said, the focus is no longer on him as the rookie, so he feels like he's not the favorite anymore. So he decides he's going to make this special coffee for the guys with peppermint sticks, and they're like, ew, what the fuck? Coffee tastes better when you fucking order it. He fucking chunks the fucking tray of coffees and shit all pissed off.
There was a lot of DoorDash and especially when I know we're skipping around. But fucking Farva is just blasting fucking Thorny's sister. And then Postmates delivery shows up, and it's the short and wide
condoms. Jesus Christ.
Short and wide. Well, that tells us everything we need to know about Farva.
Well, if you've seen the first one, it's actually based in fact. Because you see
I try not to. I try not to see a little Farva.
Well,
covered in powdered sugar.
It's there to be seen. So, yeah. Anyway.
No thanks.
Yeah. But let me talk. You guys talk. I'm always talking. Psycho, go ahead and give us your takes on this movie.
It was okay. It was nice seeing all the original cast come back again. They literally got everybody. That's always welcome. But I felt like this movie wasn't as funny as I would have liked. There were plenty of times where I was just kind of waiting to laugh. There were some scenes where it was almost like, for me, watching a Seinfeld episode, just waiting for the funny to happen.
I swear to God, dude, you don't even like Seinfeld. How un-American is that?
No, I don't. I don't like Seinfeld. I'm not a fan of that show at all. So, sorry. I don't know what everyone thinks about or likes about that show, because I can't get into it. So that's just me. Come on, Scuba. What's on your mind about me not liking Seinfeld? You're just kind of stony over there.
Well, my thing is I used to like Seinfeld until recently, but I can't say why, because it might get us canceled.
Well,
now
you can edit it out. You can edit it out. He's a Zionist.
Oh, that's right. You went to the show to see him live, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did see him live, and he was not funny at all.
Oh, okay. That explains that.
Like, at all. But then some stuff came out recently where somebody asked him about the genocide in Palestine, and he was like, it doesn't exist.
Whoa.
And I'm like, yeah, fuck you. Fuck your show. It didn't sit right with me. So,
well, with that out in the open, what did you think of the movie? Any thoughts?
So this movie, I went in with no expectations because I went in with very high expectations for Super Troopers 2. I love Super Troopers 1 so much. I remember going to watch it with my buddy Dave, and I just laughed my ass off from beginning to end. Every joke hit. Everything was awesome. Part 2 tried too much to play on nostalgia and just kind of redid the same shit that they did in the first one. So I didn't go in with any expectations for this one. I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. Like Psycho said, I did enjoy seeing everybody together. They're visibly older from Super Troopers 2.
Oh, yeah.
Like you could tell, we're all aging. We're aging along right with them.
Dude. It's been 25 years since the original film came out in 2001. So,
yeah. And so I wish it wouldn't have been this Farva marrying Thorny's sister story. I don't know what I wish it would have been. I mean, and don't get me wrong, it did make for some great gags, especially Thorny getting Farva bit by a cobra.
And then getting Dennis to die by the mom.
And then everybody getting boners from watching Thorny's mom suck on Farva's neck. But I don't know, man. It just didn't hit for me. It had funny parts. It had a decent story, but it just didn't. It didn't have that oomph that other Broken Lizard movies have had. Beer Fest, great fucking movie. Club Dread, great fucking movie.
Still never seen it. Need to.
Oh, Club Dread's great, dude. It's a slasher. It's a straight up fucking slasher. We reviewed it on Goremore. We reviewed it on Goremore this year. It's a slasher with Broken Lizard comedy. It's fucking great. It's a great fucking movie. I even had an idea for a sequel for it. But this, to me, feels more along the lines of the Slammin' Salmon. Which
I haven't seen that one either.
Which, for me, it's not a great fucking movie. It's not. I watch it because it's kind of a guilty pleasure for me, but it's not one of the better Broken Lizard movies. And I feel like this fits in that category. And so Super Troopers 2 is below that. So, like, that's probably my least liked Broken Lizard film is Super Troopers 2, but this one just didn't, it didn't do, there's nothing memorable about it. There's really no, I didn't leave the theater saying, oh my God, this line, or it didn't have any of the memorable gags like the first one with Meow. You know what I mean? Like there was nothing quotable in this one like there was in the first one. And so it's the third film, you know what I mean? So like I said, part 3s usually aren't that great, but I don't know, man. I don't know what I was expecting, but I did not leave the theater completely like, oh my God, I'm so glad I watched Super Troopers 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you left the theater with your cheeks clenched.
Yes, and I really had to take shit. Yeah, it was a hold tight little butt cheek situation going on.
Yes,
so
Laura Scuba Cabra had an upset stomach, so he had to go take a big old.
Well, I didn't eat breakfast. I ate popcorn. I ate the fucking candy. I had a fucking Dr. Pepper. So all of that just did not sit right in my stomach. And it was like the last 5 minutes of the film, and I'm like, my stomach's like. It was like a chainsaw, and then all of a sudden, I was like, "Oh, we gotta go! We gotta go! I don't even care if there's anything past this. We gotta go!"
Sounds like shitting whole popcorn. I know I chewed that shit.
And I always bring my popcorn home for Charlie, the leftover popcorn. I didn't even pick up. I left it there on the side of the seat. Yeah, I was like, I gotta go.
Sorry, Charlie.
But no, I don't know, man. It's not a horrible film. It's not. And like Akiva loved it. He had never seen any of the other Super Trooper movies. So when we got home, I threw on part 1 for him. So he loved it. So I feel that if you haven't seen any of the other 2, you might find this one funnier than what I found it.
Because you have no foundation to base it off
Exactly.
of. Yeah,
exactly.
that makes sense. Actually makes sense.
But then again, he's also the kid who thinks that the Michael Bay Transformer movies are better than the animated movie.
I do remember talking about that on Ben's podcast a while back. I do remember that being brought up. Yeah, that's just sad.
I can't agree with that. I cannot.
No.
Opinions are
I
opinions,
don't either.
But
no,
absolutely
well, I mean,
not.
he's only 18. What the hell does he know?
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Well, that's fair, but I feel like they were trying a little too hard with the comedy, and it was almost like watching Scary Movie 6 again, where they were trying so many different jokes. Every so often one would land, but a lot of them just kind of fell flat, in my opinion.
See,
I mean, there was, and I'm not going to say there weren't funny moments. I'm not going to say there weren't. There were, but I wasn't laughing my ass off throughout the entire film like I was kind of hoping to.
It's like Super Troopers 1. I can vividly remember everyone in the theater fucking laughing their ass off. I think our row and like a few other people were the only ones laughing in the fucking theater.
Well, I heard Scuba's laugh over everybody. Scuba has a very distinct laugh, and I'm like, damn, I guess he thought that was funny. No,
I didn't. Oh, go ahead.
I'll say for me, the first one, it was Lightning in the Bottle. It was such a great movie, and it was well written. It was well done. I think for me, the first one, it's not just the movie. I think it's the soundtrack that makes it awesome too. It's got a great fucking soundtrack. The second one, I felt like I was watching a very long episode of South Park because there's a lot of Canadian jokes, and South Park loves to fuck with the Canadians because they are Canadian. So it just, to me, it just didn't hit. The third one kind of redeems the second one a little bit, but again, it's nowhere near as good as the first. It was funny, but again, like Scuba said, I wasn't walking out going, oh my God, I can't. The only scene that stuck out of my head is the very end of it. And when Farva confesses, oh yeah, I ran you off the road. And then the sister's like, I don't know if I could be with you, but my white knight has always been Rabbit. And she makes out with Rabbit, and Rabbit has that moment like, oh my God, I've been dealing with so much stuff with the new rookie. And oh my God, this is sometimes love finds you. And it's that quiet moment. Even the dad with the broken leg is like, oh no, not another one. And then she goes, I'm just fucking with you, Rabbit. And she points at Farva, and he's like, you bitch. That was actually pretty funny.
Gotcha. I was like, oh, fuck. And I think a lot of like the funny shit was kind of at the end when Mac wants to marry the car. That shit was fucking so stupid. Like it he was obviously drugged up. Like he was crystallized in that fucking drug, fucking maple syrup bullshit. So he was obviously high as fuck. But I don't know, man. It had its funny parts. Like when they think they're gonna catch fucking Farva in a 3-way, and it's Thorny's dad banging the fucking chicks. Like, but it just, I don't know, man. It's a funny movie. Don't get me wrong. It is funny, but it's just not. It didn't hit the way I wanted it to. I wasn't disappointed that I watched it.
No.
There have been movies where I'm like, I should not have fucking wasted my money watching that. But like I said, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing the guys back together. I think the Super Troopers franchise should be done, and we either need Potfest or Come Talk to Me, and I have a great fucking idea for a fucking sequel for Club Dread.
Ooh, interesting.
I have heard tell that there is interest in making a Potfest, but whether or not they're going to do it is
well, I feel like right now the time has passed. You know what I mean? Like if they were going to do it, it needed to be like 2 or 3 years after Beer Fest.
Yeah, agreed.
Beer Fest was such a great fucking movie, and I always say it's the best sequel to fucking Super Troopers, even though it's not a Super Troopers film, but it's the best. It's still the same guys.
It was a great follow-up.
Yeah. It is. It was a great follow-up film and completely different from Super Troopers, and just like Club Dread, completely different from Beer Fest or Super Troopers. And granted, Club Dread didn't get as much love as it should have, but I just think Club Dread came out at the wrong time, but it's a great, and I don't even want to say it's a spoof on the slasher genre because it's not a spoof. It just plays into all the tropes of slasher films. I think you would enjoy it. Psycho. Like it's a really, really fucking great fucking movie, man.
I've heard nothing but good things. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah.
The one takeaway from this movie is that the guys at Broken Lizard have I don't know if it's a fetish or something, but they always want to kill somebody in a vat of some sort of liquid. Beer fest.
Yeah, that's true.
Beer.
Mm-hmm.
In this one, it was the Canadian Crystal. Same shit.
I don't remember if there is a drowning. Oh, maybe I don't remember in Club Dread if there's one in Club Dread, but in Super Troopers, I remember watching the director's commentary, and in Super Troopers, when they pull over the Germans and they have the feather and he's messing with, I don't remember, one of them's like, man, we should use that feather in all of our movies. And so in Club Dread, they're hiding under the bed and they pull out the fucking feather.
Jesus Christ.
I don't recall if the feather makes a cameo in Beer Fest or not, like if it's just in the background or anything, or in the Slam and Salmon. I didn't pay that close attention, but in Super Troopers 3, when Farva and the sister are banging, he's like, yeah, use the feather.
Yeah, I remember that.
I caught that.
So that's kind of like the cameo for the fucking feather gag.
Even though it was off camera, but hey, we appreciate at least mentioning
Although
it.
I will respect there was an Easter egg. I forget where. I think it might have been in the station house, but they had a poster that said "Just for Governor" for Linda Carter's character.
Mm-hmm.
So, and again, it wasn't a horrible movie. It was, for paying $9 to see it, I wasn't disappointed. I saw it twice. So,
but you know what? I will say I did laugh when we find out why O'Hagan has been.
Oh yeah,
at the fucking, the fucking station for so fucking long. Because to us, and the way it makes it seem throughout the whole fucking movie is, he's retired. He doesn't have anything else to do. He has nowhere else to go. So he's just hanging out at the fucking station. But then we find out later on why he's there and the possibility of Super Troopers 4.
No, I really hope they don't do that. I really hope not.
I hope that's just a funny tease, kind of like what they did with Podfest, where it was like, oh yeah, we're gonna make this movie, but they never actually make the movie.
Or what they did with Airplane 2, coming soon, Airplane 3, and then you cut to Shatner. That's exactly what they would expect us to do. So, nah, I'm okay if they don't do it.
No, and I don't think they will. I think it's kind of like the whole thing they did with like Podfest, because it's like another story that they could tell, but they're not gonna.
I think they need to go in a different direction, like do something else. You know what I mean?
Or just hang it up. They've made a lot of films.
No, I'm talking about them in general. They can still make movies. They're pretty fucking funny. I'm just saying they could do something else. They could do. They're all 5 recently divorced guys that are trying to adapt to 21st century dating and see the hilarity that comes with that. That'd be fucking funny. I think that would do fairly well. Just saying. Maybe. Not all of us get lucky like Lord Scuba Cabra.
Fair.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, just leave it at that, man.
Yeah, leave it at that. He got lucky.
Main character.
I'm going to pass the mic over to Lord Scuba Cabra because he's got the reins now for the Rotten Tomatoes scores.
All right, boys. So this movie just came out. So we do have Rotten Tomato scores. We do have tomato meter and a popcorn meter. And I was surprised at how wide, that's the only clue I'm giving y'all, how wide the gap is between the tomato meter and the popcorn meter. So
shit.
I'm going to ask you first, Zodiac, what do you think the tomato meter score is for Super Troopers 3, Barbara's Wedding?
I'm going to say 35. That's the first number that popped in my head.
All right. Psycho?
40.
Psycho was a little bit closer. It is 49 on the tomato meter.
Okay. Oof. Fair.
Wow.
Now, fans of this movie, fans of this universe, fans of Super Troopers, what do you think they gave us on the popcorn meter?
Well, you said it was a wide gap, so...
Yeah, you said wide gap, so yeah. 90. I don't know why you said wide gap. 50% jump is pretty wide, so I'll say 90. I'm probably wrong. Hey, was that your number?
And I will say Super Troopers 2, the tomato meters was 35% and the popcorn meter is 64.
Ooh, yeah.
All right, so I'll go 70 on this one.
You're actually really close. 72% for the popcorn meter. So it is pretty damn good. But for the OG film, actually, what's really, really crazy to me is that the critics gave the original film 37%. So the
Wow.
critics rated Super Troopers 3 higher than they did the first one.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What
But
the hell?
fans, on the other hand,
Yeah.
90%. So, you know, it's a fucking classic, man. And like I said, we don't give a shit what fucking critics think. You know, we are critics for ourselves. We don't claim to be movie critics. We're fans who love movies, and take it for what you want. Take our opinions with a grain of salt, because that's all it is, an opinion. Go out, watch the movies for yourself, create your own opinion on it, and
Yeah, exactly.
go from there.
With that being said, we don't really give a shit about what Rotten Tomatoes has to say. We want to do our own thing. And since Lord Scooper Cobber has the helm on this, he gets to pick the unique rating that and we talked about this before we hit record, and he was still thinking, I have a default on here already. But 1 out of 5 question mark. What is it going to be this time?
I think we are going to go with Moose Clock syrup bottles. So out of 5 Moose Clock syrup bottles.
All right, making a note of that so I know what to look for later. Who do you want to go first, me or Psycho?
I don't hear him.
Let's start with you, Zodiac. I want to hear what you think. How many?
I mean, I agree. It wasn't anywhere near as good as the original movie. He's not doing ventriloquism. He's talking to the wife, I'm sure. So that's why you see his lips moving, but no sound.
That makes sense.
Again, it wasn't as good as the original, but I thought it was better than the second one. It had its moments, but it wasn't as memorable. And again, I think it comes down to soundtrack and just the cinematography of the movie. I give it a 2.5. I'm on a 2.5 because I gave Money in the Bank yesterday a 2.5 as well. So I'm on a 2.5 hike right now.
All right, Psycho?
I'm kind of on the same boat, but here's the thing. This is the first time watching it. I'm taking into account the first time I saw Super Troopers was not in the theaters. I saw it later on down the road, and I didn't like it the first time. I actually hated it. I thought it was stupid. It didn't make me laugh. I didn't care for it. But then when I saw it the second time, I laughed my ass off, and it's one of my favorite comedies of all time. So I can't help but feel like maybe repeat viewings down the road, maybe this movie gets a little bit better. I actually did watch part 2 before I watched this one. You know what? It was actually funnier, a little funnier than I remember. Yes, a lot of the jokes are rehashed, but some of the jokes that weren't rehashed actually got a pretty good laugh out of me personally.
Yeah.
Maybe in the grand scheme of things, this movie will get better through the course of time. We will see how that goes. But as of right now, I got to give it a 2.5. I don't regret watching it. I don't think it was terrible, but it could have been funnier. And that's my whole thing. It's a comedy. I love these characters. I love their antics. And I just don't think it hit that well the first time through. So 2.5 across the board.
All right. And I think I feel like 2.5 is a little harsh. So I like I said, I did not hate this movie, but I also did not feel like I said, excited that I watched it. I didn't feel like, oh my God, yeah, hell yeah. But I think because I love Broken Lizard so much. I love these guys so much. And they're such memorable fucking characters. And it's just another part of this story. I'm going to give it a 3, man.
That's fair.
Like I said, and maybe you're right. Maybe watching it some more, watching it again, maybe watching it with Mel will in better company. I think that, and not that you boys weren't better company, but I wasn't sitting with you guys. I was sitting next to Mel's son. So
exactly.
And he kept stealing my popcorn. So
popcorn thief.
Here's the thing, man. When I go to the movies, I get my own popcorn. Okay. I'll share with Mel. She's my wife. But if I take any of the older kids, get your own fucking popcorn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want your fucking cock touching hands on my fucking popcorn. Like, no.
Dude,
get your own fucking
popcorn, bro.
No, fuck all that. I already got enough salt on there. Like, I'm good.
Damn.
But yeah, no, I'm sticking with a 3. I think 3 is a fair score for me, and it may be better on a second viewing.
Well, I saw it twice and gave it a 2.5. So, yeah.
Well, you're not exactly known for your taste.
Your taste is fucking horrible. I've seen the girls
you dated. Here it comes. You always bring down the score. You're always such a douchebag.
That's why you're Farva.
Fuck you. I am not Farva.
Hey, Farva, what's that place you like with all the goofy shit on the walls?
You mean shenanigans?
Me shenanigans?
Oh.
See, there we go. Quoting part 1 again.
There you go. See, it's quotable.
It's so quotable. Great. It really is.
All right. So with Scuba giving it a 3 and the Psycho and myself giving it a 2.5, overall score is a 2.67. Again, we've had lower scores on this show. We all remember the nightmare that is the Star Wars Holiday Special. So
we don't talk about that.
we don't.
We don't fucking talk about that.
But that we didn't
Fight
give
Club.
a whole lot of spoilers, and that's fine. I'd rather at least put out the spoiler alert just in case, because some people get so butthurt. But it's fucking comedy. Fuck off. That being said, this will conclude our review of Super Troopers 3. I'm going to start with Lord Scuba Copper this time. Promote yo shit.
Let's see. What do I got? I haven't got nothing going on right now. I have been so overwhelmed with just life and shit, but I am back in the karaoke game. So if you want to do karaoke, politics, Thursday nights, myself and my cousin Digit are doing the damn thing, just like in the old days.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Never knew that.
My cousin. Yeah.
I did not know that.
So we are tag teaming karaoke. I am just the host. He is the DJ. It's fun as shit. We got a great setup. It's been packed crazy the last 3 weeks that we've been doing it. So that's all I got to promote. Also, check out my wife's podcast, The Side Quest Tavern. I remembered the name. Go give her a like on Spotify, on YouTube. She is trying to get, more followers on those pages. So if you could go do that for me, that would be awesome.
Gormore.
That's all I got. Oh yeah, and Gormore, this Monday, we are reviewing the horrible film. Well, it was horrible the one time that I watched it, I remember. House of Wax, the remake.
What?
Yeah.
What are you?
You pissed
I
him
did
off
not.
now.
When I saw it the first time, I did not like it. But
What
this
about
was
now?
back in 2005. What was it? That came out in 2005, I think.
You know
So
what's
fine,
like?
yeah.
You have no room to talk. You did not like Super Troopers.
I haven't watched it. I haven't
75.
rewatched it again. I'm watching it tonight. So
Oh, so you've only seen it the one time?
I've only seen it the one time, and the only memorable thing
Whoa.
about it was when I cheered when Paris Hilton died.
Well, everybody cheered when she died,
Yeah,
but
yeah. I mean, they used that in the marketing of the movie, like
Yeah,
watch
pretty
Paris
much.
Hilton die.
hey.
But yeah, join us on Gormore tomorrow. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, my personal Twitch, and TikTok, which is Lord_Scuba Cabra. We start at 6 p.m. Central. Tune in.
Yeah.
Psycho.
Wish I was on that podcast. Shoot.
Psycho.
We got a lot of good
promote
things
your
to
shit.
talk about that one.
Yeah. Promote your shit, Psycho.
Well, actually, I'm currently editing 3 consecutive videos for my channel for Repeat Movie Viewer. That's my YouTube channel. We got 2 new episodes of Pete's House pertaining to Fantastic Fest 2024, as well as a couple of new podcasts. And I'm actually going to be doing later today, as a matter of fact, with CJ. We're going to talk about movies that we want to see at Fantastic Fest. We're right around the corner from the list finally being released to what is actually going to be featured. And we are super excited. Oh, and I'm going to do a review for Ice Cream Man because, quite frankly, that was the more fun movie of the weekend for me personally. It was, you know what? People were hating on that movie, talking about how there was usage of AI, but I looked it up. It's mostly just for the animated sequences in the film. For the most part, they did use practical effects throughout the film. It's just a question of how much was practical versus potential CG or AI, whatever the case may be. But it was a freaking gore fest.
Look, man,
I don't over the fact that AI is being used in movies now.
Here's the thing, man, and I know we're already wrapping up the show, but here's my take on AI. If you use it as a tool, okay, but if you're using it to create things and falsely make them and put them out as your own. For instance, if you make a song on Suno, put it on Spotify, and then try to play it off like you wrote that song, like you composed every piece, that's not cool. I write lyrics, I put them into Suno. Technically, I wrote that song because I'm telling Suno to give me every little aspect, blah, blah, blah. But I don't go and post it as if I'm the actual artist singing on that track. ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT to give me ideas for flyers. I am getting so annoyed at seeing all of these Facebook flyers for other DJs or other bars promoting this and that, and it looks so lazy because they all look the same. It's nothing. Get the idea from ChatGPT. Go to Canva, and guess what? You can recreate almost a similar fucking flyer that doesn't look completely like shit, and at least a human put it together. It's still using it as a tool. As long as you use AI as a tool, I'm okay with it. As far as animation, I don't agree with using AI for animation because it takes jobs away from animators. That's not cool.
I agree.
You want to use it for an idea? Cool. Here's the idea that I have for this animation. But instead of going and paying somebody that has put their life's work into that, you're taking that job away from somebody who could have done that. So that I don't agree with. Same thing with artists, paintings and all that shit. It takes away. So I do see the negatives, but there's also positives for it. If you base your whole personality off of AI, that shit's not cool. And I do dig the fact that Facebook is now putting that it is AI content whenever somebody just copies and pastes from fucking ChatGPT trying to sound smart and shit.
Yeah, I caught that trying to promote this podcast because the thumbnails I use ChatGPT to. I just put the two photos that I want to use and say, combine them, make this thumbnail, boom. And then when I promote this as AI content, I'm like, I don't want that on there.
That's just how it works now.
I know. It sucks. So what I've been doing is just using the thumbnail from YouTube, just putting the link and it'll automatically put that particular thumbnail on there for me. So that's been my workaround on that. And I agree, AI is a tool. I do use it. Hell, I edit this podcast with AI through Riverside. So, but it's small. It's a very small thing. All of our ideas are original up top of our heads. So, yeah. But then again, it's just a matter of time before we get dun, 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 the Terminators. Skynet will take over and be like, remember that idea you had? We're making it real.
So he told us back in '84, guys. He warned us. Nobody listened.
And again, the links to all of these gentlemen's podcasts and information will be down below in the description. As for the Real Zodiac Productions, of course, we have the Real Movie Critics and, of course, the Zodiac Podcast, the greatest wrestling podcast you've never heard of. You can find both on YouTube as well as Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So make sure you like, subscribe, follow, hit that bell notification. We have new content every week. I'm also being more engaging on the YouTube Shorts as well as TikTok. I'm doing daily posts and trying to get the numbers up. On the show, as of right now, I checked it right before we hit record, we are at 89 subscribers and we were at 78 on Monday. So we've seen a 10 subscriber pickup since then. So let's get up to 100, guys. It is free to like the show.
Yeah, and tune in next week, man. Tune into the next episode.
I'm glad that Scuba brought that up because we will give I'm not even going to say what movie we're doing. I'm just going to give one line, and that's
no. Okay, go ahead. I was going to give a line. You give a line, and then I'll give a line.
Well, I'm going to give the most obvious one. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. That's fucking obvious. Till all are one.
Sound wave superior, Autobots inferior.
Who are you calling inferior? And this is, again, we talk about quoting movies. This movie is 40 years old, and we're still quoting it.
I love that's a nice touch from Tron.
I love
the opening of the movie, Transformers, the movie, when you get the little voiceover that kind of
the name of the movie.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, next week, tune in because we are reviewing. I actually get to review it twice next week. For this podcast, Real Movie Critics, and the Gormore podcast, where it is one of my movie picks for the year. We are watching one of the greatest films to come out of 1987. If you were a child, 86. I'm sorry. If you were a child, you fucking were in the theaters and you cried your ass off. We're
still crying, sir.
Transformers, the animated movie.
It still hurts.
Yeah.
We're still crying. I'm excited for it to come out in theaters again, because it is coming out in theaters again for the 40-year anniversary.
Not till September.
And doesn't matter, we are getting a fucking scene at the end of the movie.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
They are adding a new scene at the end. I don't know what it is. I have theories.
We can talk about that next week.
Yes.
That's the perfect time to talk about that. So, for Lord Scuba Cabra and the Psycho Nerd, of course, I am DJ Zodiac. This has been the Real Movie Critics review of Super Troopers 3, and that is our final word on today's movie. Whether you loved it, hated it, or fell asleep halfway through, and woke up wondering what the fuck just happened, we would love to hear your thoughts. So make sure you like, subscribe, follow, and leave a review wherever you get your podcast at. Until next time, keep the popcorn hot, the drinks cold, and remember, kids, the credits may be rolling, but the conversation is just getting started. We will see you at the movies.
Farva penis.
We get to find a way.